Hey everybody, just a Mongrel here. Today we're doing a deck profile on Zombie World. This is the most recent build that I've come up with. We are not playing the Punk engine. I'm just not really a big fan of the Punk engine. This is just like a kind of like personal build. I'll probably make a Punk engine sometime in the future. But for now, this is just the regular Zombie World. So starting off, we play 2 copies of Doom King Belderach. This card is incredibly good. During either player's standby phase, if there is a card face up in the field zone, either player's field, you can special summon this card from the graveyard in defense. Also, when a zombie monster activates an effect, quick effect, once per chain, you can either negate the effect or banish a monster from field or grave. You can do both during the same turn, however, not during the exact same chain. This card is amazing, has great recursion, and has interaction with the opponent. Next up, 3 copies of Unizombie. This is a very important card. This card is going to start a lot of your combos. It's also being really good being a tuner because you can discard a card from your hand to raise the level by 1. You can also send a zombie from deck to grave to raise level by 1. Really grateful for level manipulation, not only for Synchro plays, but also for Xyz plays. Next up, 2 copies of Glow Up Bloom. So when this card's sent to the grave, you can banish it and then special a level 5 or higher zombie from deck. We're going to, of course, be getting Doom King with it most of the time. Next up, 2 copies of Necroworld Banshee. Really cool card. You can banish her from the grave and activate Zombie World directly from the deck. Also, if she's on the field, you can protect Zombie World. We're never really using the protection effect, however, it does come in handy once in a while. I know this doesn't add anything to it, but I really do like the artwork on Banshee. Looks really good. Next up, 1 copy of Gozuki, real useful. I played 2 Mizuki, could probably bump it up to 3 if you wanted. I think 2 is optimal. Next up, I play 3 copies of Ghost Wyvern, the Underworld Dragon. This card's relatively new from Battles of Legend Monstrous Revenge. If the card's normal or special, you can search Ghost Fusion from deck to hand. And during the end phase, the card's currently banished or was banished this turn. You can take a level 2 or lower zombie tuner from deck and either search it or send it to the grave. Real useful. We also play 1 copy of Ghost Sleeper, the Underworld Princess. This is also from Battles of Legends Monstrous Revenge. If the card's sent to the grave, you can search Ghost Fusion from the deck to hand. The card's in the grave, except the turn it was sent there, you can banish it and discard a card, then target one of your banished level 4 or higher zombies, add it to your hand. So this, of course, gets stuff back to your hand, mostly Mizuki, so you can pitch it for whatever next turn. Next up, we play a copy of Mad Mauler. Mad Mauler's alright. He does lock you into zombies for the rest of the turn, which does suck, but we use him once in a while. Changshi, the Spirado. I play for the Dangerous package. This is just what I like to play. 3 Nessie, 1 Jackalope, 1 Tsuchinoko. It's just a small little package, gets you free bodies, also discard fodder. It's pretty useful. 3 copies of Ash. Not only is it zombie, but it's also a tuner as well, so I have used it for plays. 3 copies of Zombie World for these spells. This is a pretty decent Floodgate, if I'm going to be honest. Just because it turns all zombies, or all monsters on graveyard and fields into zombies. There are certain decks like Dragon Link, for example. Some of their stuff can't go through because they're not controlling a dragon. So once in a while, this does come in handy. This also has a okay matchup against Monarchs, but I think like Erebus and one other one are zombies. So next up, 3 copies of Super Poly. This is really good with Zombie World. Also gets you discards for free, which is cool. You're also gaining advantage for that. 1 copy of Ghost Fusion. This is also from Monstrous Revenge. And it reads, Fusion Summon 1 Fusion Monster from the extra deck using only zombie monsters you control material. If your life points are lower than your opponent's, you can also banish 1 zombie monster from hand, deck, or grave as well. Which is really useful, which also leads up into the other 3 cards you play. 2 copies of Ready Fusion, 1 copy of Instant Fusion. You could potentially play 3 Ready Fusion if you wanted. I personally like 2. I think that's fine. We're playing these ratios. I think this ratio is fine. Next up, for one ofs, Terraforming, Foolish, Called By. Once in a while, you might draw Called By against when your opponent wants to drop like an Astro Droll or whatever on your uni. Or something. Next up, we play 1 copy of Return of the Zombies. This is just like a little weird tech card thing. Not a lot of people play this, but it reads banish 1 zombie on the field, then special 1 zombie from deck, or from the grave of the player who controlled it to their field defense. If this card's in the graveyard, you can shuffle 1 of your banished zombies into the deck, and if you do, set this card and banish it when it leaves the field. Not only does it like destroy a card and also summon another, so you can combo it with Sucker, but you can also OTK with this thing if you're in range. Also, of course, the recycle of Mizuki is really useful. And because we're playing so many ways to recycle banished cards, that's why we're only playing the 2 Mizuki. For extra deck, I play 1 copy of Draco, another Soul Dragon, really useful. Garua, Mud Dragon of the Swamp, Seed Monster of Theseus. That's my fusion lineup. For the Synchros, I play Doomkaiser Dragon. You don't have to play this. I like it. I also feel obligated because I spent way too much money on this card. This is before I got a reprint in, I think it was Monsters Revenge. Also play Immortal Dragon, Skeletal Dragon, Felgrand, Red Eye Zombie, Necro Dragon. Some decks cut this for other stuff. I'm playing more of a pure build without the punk stuff, so you can keep this if you wanted. Red Eye Zombie, Dragon Lord. I like it. It's cool. Cypher Aim Lord, Omega. This recycles your Malicious during your opponent's turn. Psychic End Punisher for the it combos nicely with the life points you'll be losing along with Ghost Fusion. Bear on the Floor. This card's like $40 or $50. Luckily, I pulled it from Maze of Memories, which was cool. This is a really great card. If you don't have it, I highly suggest getting it. It's just like a really useful card. It really is. This card single-handedly has won me a lot of games. For the Xyz, we play Zombie Vampire, Beatrice. For Link, we play Sucker. That's really it. You could play a Vendred's Savior if you want. I just don't really like a Vendred Savior. And we're playing Beatrice because sometimes I can make it with Chang-Chi and manipulating levels with Unizombie. So yeah. That's the deck. I hope you guys like it. I'd love to hear what your guys' build is and what I could do. Anyway, thanks for watching. Eat Baja Blast.